Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the YouTube channel of PRATHAM Test Prep. Myself Juhi Sharma, and here we are with yet another episode of our series known as Current Affairs SAMVAD, and in this particular series we'll cover the current affairs of 4th of December to the 10th of December. Good evening everyone, and in this particular series what we do is we cover the current affairs of the past 2 to 3 days, and this happens on every Monday and Friday at 8:30 p.m. So every Monday and Friday 8:30 p.m. we do these episodes of Current Affairs Samvad. If you are interested and if you are preparing for undergraduate entrances, make sure that you follow this series, because we cover the current affairs of the past 2 to 3 days in a very simplified manner, right? So we do that, and without wasting too much of time, let's quickly dive into the first news. But before that, let me just tell you, if you're new onto PRATHAM Test Prep's channel, then please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, because trust me, you are missing on to a lot of informative content over here. And yes, do give this video a thumbs up, like this video, and let's see the first news of the day. But before that, let's see the quote for today. And for today, the quote is, just one small positive thought in the morning can change a whole day. And that is the reason why they say that we always have to get up with good thought, with positive thoughts and with positive energy, because that basically that is on how our day is gonna go, right? That is basically dependent upon that how are we getting up in the morning. Our day is dependent upon that, right? So yes, that is the thought for the day. And let's see what is the first news is for us in the store. And the first news we have is of Indian Navy Day, right? The Indian Navy Day, which is observed on the 4th of December. Every year on 4th of December we observe this Indian Navy Day, and this is basically observed to remember, to celebrate the sacrifices which are made by our Navy personnel, and to demonstrate to the world that what all naval capabilities India have, right? And this particular day is observed in the memory of Karachi Harbour, right? The Indian Navy against Karachi Harbour in the 1971 Indo-Pak War. And to commemorate that memory, we observe this day. Now, there was this operation which was going on, and the name of the operation was Operation Trident, right? In the Indo-Pak War 1971, there was this Indian Navy against the Karachi Harbour, and to observe that, in the memory of that, every year on December 4, we observe the Navy Day or Indian Navy Day. Alright, now this year the theme was operational efficiency, readiness and mission accomplishment in the maritime domain, right? This was the theme. What was the theme? The theme was operational efficiency, readiness and mission accomplishment in the maritime domain. That was the theme. And last year in the month of September, on the 2nd of September, the Indian Navy unveiled or inaugurated the new insignia, the new symbol or the new emblem or logo. And what is this emblem? This emblem is a shield shaped emblem with a blue octagon at the center. If you look at this particular emblem, it is a shield shaped emblem with the blue octagon, right? And this represents the Indian Navy. Now, we know that octagon has 8 sides, alright. Now these 8 sides, what all they represent? They represent the 8 values of the Navy. The 8 core values of Indian Navy are represented by this particular octagon of the Indian Navy. Okay, and what are those 8 core values? Courage being number 1, commitment being number 2, comradeship number 3, compassion number 4, competence number 5, discipline number 6, patriotism being number 7, and professionalism being number 8. So these are the 8 core values of our Navy. And this new symbol or the emblem that was basically unveiled on the 2nd of September 2022, this represent the core values of our Navy. Alright, so I hope this much is clear to you. Earlier, if you see, this was the symbol, right? And now it is there, the insignia is between the octagon, the representation of the core values. I hope this much is clear to everybody, right? Now, moving on to the next very important news is again from important day, and this news is about the Soil Day. Right? The news is about World Soil Day. Now, World Soil Day is observed every year on the 5th of December. Every year on the 5th of December, we observe World Soil Day. Now, as I've always told you, I have been telling you this thing from quite some time now, that every important day has a theme attached to it, okay, has a particular theme attached to it, and the theme for World Soil Day is, for 2023, Soil and Water, a Source of Life. That is a theme for World Soil Day 2023. Soil and Water, a Source of Life was the theme, okay. Now, as I've always told you again, that there is always an international agency or an organization that is responsible for observing a particular day. There'll always be an international agency or organization which is responsible for that. Now, simply for Soil Day, soil is related to food, right? It is very important in our daily lives also. So, which agency would have been responsible over here? It is the Food and Agricultural Organization. So FAO, which is the Food and Agricultural Organization, so it is an international agency of the UN, and they basically they support this day, and they have designated 5th of December as the Soil Day. Okay, now why they have observed this? To raise importance of soil in our daily lives, to promote sustainable soil management. Very important, promoting the sustainable soil management. Okay, now the World Soil Day was recommended in the year 2002. So before 2002, we didn't usually celebrate it, or we didn't usually recognize something as called the World Soil Day. Okay, but the World Soil Day was recommended by IUSS, which is the International Union of Soil Sciences, that such a day should be observed. Then FAO came into picture, which is the Food and Agricultural Organization, to support this, and they have established World Soil Day, and they have made it on the global platform. Okay, so it was a global awareness raising platform given to the, IUSS by FAO, and it was the year 2014, December 5th, 2014, when the first official World Soil Day was observed by UNGA, which is United Nations General Assembly. Okay, and this also aimed at what? Soil erosion ko reduce karna, then to protect the environmental degradation, and many more good things about it. I hope this much is clear, everybody. Now, moving further, we have the next important day, which is about Human Rights Day. Yes. Now, Human Rights Day observed in which year? It is observed every year on the 10th of December. Okay. Every year on the 10th of December, we observe Human Rights Day. Why do we observe it? Of course, to make sure that the fundamental human rights are protected universally, globally, right? That was the main reason why UNGA in the Paris Agreement in the year 1948 said that we need to celebrate Human Rights Day. What was the main reason for that? The main reason is to promote a sense of security that every human is important, and to make sure or to ensure that human right is a fundamental right. Right? Nobody could be deprived for that. One agency which is responsible is UDHR, which is Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and they celebrate the anniversary of Universal Declaration of Human Rights on the 10th of December, and that is the reason why we observe this particular day as the Human Rights Day. The theme for the year 2023, pretty basic, pretty simple. The theme is freedom, equality, and justice for all. human rights, right? We're talking about the basic fundamental human rights, and to make sure and ensure that these things are met. Alright, so UDHR, which is Universal Declaration of Human Rights, they were given by the UNGA in Paris in 1948 on the 10th of December, that make sure that human rights are met. And for the first time it was observed in 1950 after the United Nations General Assembly passed the resolution. They invited all the countries, all the states and all the organizations, those were interested, and everybody came together and adopted the 10th of December in the year 1950 as Human Rights Day. And since then such a day is being observed right throughout the world. Alright, now moving further, we have the next important news about ICFRE. Now what is ICFRE? ICFRE stands for the Indian Council of Forestry Research Education. Okay, this is what ICFRE stands for, the Indian Council of Forestry Research and Education. Now why this news is important? This is important because for the very first time, a woman has been appointed as the Director General of this particular organization. Okay. Now, as we have discussed, we already know that any woman, when first appointed, first appointment, right, these are extremely important. These are very, very important. So, first woman Director General of ICFRE has to be there, and this is important news, the DG, and who has been appointed? Kanchan Devi. This particular this particular council, the Indian Council of Forestry Research Education, is under the Union Ministry of Environment, right? It is under the Environment Ministry of the Government of India. It is an autonomous organization basically, which is operated under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, which is a big ministry of the Government of India, right? Doing a lot of things, promoting for the afforestation and sustainability, and doing a lot of things, right? So Kanchan Devi is the first woman officer to hold this post, and initially she has always also served as a faculty member in an academy, Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, which is in Dehradun, right? The headquarters of ICFRE, some basic info of that, headquarters are in Dehradun. The organization was established in the year 1986. It is an autonomous organization and it operates under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Alright, I hope this much is clear to everybody. Now, moving further to the next important news that we have for today is the Arogya Metri cube. Now, if you look at the picture over here, the Arogya Metri cube, you can see there is a drone and there is a cubicle which a drone is carrying. Just look at the picture. There is a drone and there is a cubicle. Even in this picture, which is given in at the bottom, you can see a drone and a cubicle. What is this cubicle? This cubicle is basically Arogya Metri cube. Now, when you look at the word Arogya, has to be related to the healthcare services, right? Arogya Metri cube. Now, what is this cube? It is the first portable hospital that can be airlifted to any disaster area, right? And people can be evacuated from the disaster region, and people can be operated, right? So this is what the Arogya Metri Aid Cube is. So it was unveiled in Gurugram, and what they do is there is a drone which carries 72 small cubes in it. Okay, it's a flat pack. Basically, it's a flat pack field hospital. It consists of 72 small cubicles, as you can look in this particular picture, in the bottom picture. 72 small cubicles are there, and those cubicles are equipped with tents and some customized medical equipments, different medical equipments the cubicles are equipped with. And at a time, this particular setup is able to treat 200 patients. So of course it is very simple that whenever there is some disaster, whenever there is some mishap which has happened, a natural mishap, be it earthquake or tsunami or floods, the healthcare services could not reach immediately at the moment. So this is the first portable hospital wherein they have all sorts of customized medical equipments. They have all sorts of this particular thing can go and can give medical care to the critical people, right? Even in the remotest areas, even in the toughest of the terrains, this can go and this can provide the first aid or the immediate medical attention that is needed. And this was said by the Union Health Ministry. Okay, and this particular Arogya Metri cube, which is a flat packed field hospital consisting of 72 cubes, they was built under Bhishma, which is Bharat Health Initiative for Sayogya Hita and Metri. It is made to treat 200 patients. I hope this much is clear to everybody. Now moving further to the next news, we have about the Garba Dance, which is the folk dance of Gujarat. That Garba enters UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List. So there is a list of UNESCO, which is the Intangible Cultural Heritage List, and there are a lot of the cultural things from India which is included in that particular list, right? Like the Durga Puja of Kolkata, the Kumbh Mela, Navruz, yoga, right? Then the Buddhist chant which is there in Ladakh, right, which happens in Ladakh. So all these have been made, they have made into the Intangible Cultural Heritage List, and in this particular list, the folk dance or the traditional dance of Gujarat was also included, right? So here is a list. 2 years ago in 2021, the Durga Puja festival of Kolkata was added, Kumbh Mela was added in 2017, Navroz added in 2016, yoga in 2016, because a year before Modi ji announced the International Yoga Day. Then the traditional brass and copper crafts of utensil making amongst the copper smiths of Punjab in 2015, Sankirtan, which is the musical performance of Manipur in 2013, and before that the Buddhist chants were included in this list in the year 2012. So this is what is the full form of UNESCO? United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. A question which comes a lot of times in CUET, that which is the only cultural organization of the UN, that is UNESCO. Whenever there is something which is culture related, has to be UNESCO there, right? The UNESCO has to be there in some form or the other. Alright, now moving further to the last news of the day, we have Forbes World 100 Most Powerful Women of the World 2023 list got released of the Forbes. Most Powerful Women of 2023. Now Forbes is an American magazine, and every year they release this list, World's Most Powerful Women list, American magazine Forbes, right? In these 100 women, top 100 women, most powerful women, 4 are Indian. Okay, the first one we have is our Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Number 2, we have the CEO of HCL, Roshni Nadar Malhotra. On number 3, we have Soma Mandal, who is the chairperson of SAIL, which is known as the Steel Authority of India. And then we have Kiran Majumdar-Shaw at number, the fourth lady here is Kiran Majumdar-Shaw of Biocon, founder. Now Sitharaman ji, the finance minister, is on rank 32. Roshni Nadar Malhotra is on the 60th rank. Soma Mandal ji has secured the 70th position, and Kiran Majumdar-Shaw of Biocon has got the 76th position. Now when we're talking about it, we should know that who are the most powerful women of the world. The most powerful women of the world, on rank 1, it is Ursula von der Leyen. She is the president of the European Commission. Number 1. Number 2, a place was given to Christine Lagarde, who is the president of European Central Bank. And the number 3 and the most powerful woman in the world, the third rank, was given to Indian origin American Vice President Kamala Harris. Yes, the third most powerful woman of the world, Kamala Harris. And this is the major news that had happened from the 4th of December to the 10th of December. Thank you so much everybody for staying tuned. If you have made till here, please make sure to hit that like button. It actually motivates everybody to come up every week and do a live for every one of you. Thank you so much guys for staying tuned. I shall be seeing you super soon in the next video session that we'll conduct hopefully on Friday. Till then, take care guys. Bye bye. Stay safe. Good night, and make sure to subscribe to Pratham Test Prep's channel if you haven't done already.